Hi folks, before I get into the main topic of this video, I would like to clarify something. I have been an avid listener of a conservative radio talk show host by the name of Rush Limbaugh. I've been listening to his radio talk show show for about 20 years or more. And when he wrote his book, I think in 1992, I, along with millions of Americans, we purchased the book. That's what we did, kids. We bought the book. And as we're reading the book, we kept having to go to the front of the book. And we read the book. And we went to the front of the book. And the reason why we kept going to the front of the book, because we kept saying to ourselves, did I write the book? Is my name the author? No, it's Rush Limbaugh. You see, he was expressing our views in here, to which we thought we wrote the book. But he wrote the book. And that was the key to his popularity and success, because he was expressing the opinions of millions of us Americans. That attributed to his popularity. So no, I didn't write this book, but guess what, folks? I wrote this book, The Speeches of the Texas Daddy. You could buy it on Amazon Japan or at the iTunes store. There's my commercial. Sorry, I had to get a shameless plug in for me. Now to the article. Here we go. This article. What had happened was Mr. Limbaugh on his radio show poked some fun at the Commie leader from China when he was at the White House visiting. The Commie leader made a speech, so Mr. Limbaugh played parts of it, as well as, for about 20 seconds, Mr. Limbaugh mocked the Chinese language, trying to imitate the Commie leader. Well, people of Chinese heritage in California and Democrats were offended by that. How dare you mock the Chinese language, so says they. How insensitive. And now they're calling for a boycott of his sponsors because he was that insensitive. To which I have to say two things. First is, I have to say is, really? Because, and I say this, my four grandparents, God bless them, they migrated from Italy to the United States. So that means my heritage is an Italian heritage. Capiche? Alright, it's an Italian heritage. You turn on television on almost any channel, well, I shouldn't say any channel, but almost any time of the day you turn on a channel somewhere, there's a show mocking Italians in the form of how? Organized crime. It seems like if you're of Italian heritage, you're involved in organized crime. And when they have these shows on television and in the movies, most of the criminals in the organized crime have Italian last names. When I went to college, I drove a 1965 four-door black Pontiac Bonneville. Big vehicle. And how many times people I get out of it, and my friends and other people will say, sure, typical Italian to drive a big black car. How many bodies do you have in the trunk? You see? It was okay to say that because I was Italian. Now, it did not bother me. And the majority of Italians, we don't take offense to it. At the same time, you should not take offense to it. It's not that he was advocating violence towards the Chinese people because of that language. He was having a little fun with it. But you see, it's okay when Hillary Clinton made the remark that when she goes to a convenience store, she sees Mahatma Gandhi behind the counter. And there was another prominent Democrat who made a similar remark saying people of Indian background from India work in convenience stores. But the press was quiet about that. Nobody criticized them about that because liberals and Democrats are okay for them to offend minorities in this country. But if you're conservative or a Republican, you have to walk that straight narrow line and not offend anybody. To which I have to say to all of you who are offended by what Mr. Limbaugh did, forget about it. When you stop making fun of Italians, when you stop associating Italians with organized crime and criminal elements in this country, then this should stop also. And like we used to say in the 1970s when I lived in Brooklyn, the mafia is an... I can't even say it with a straight face. say that the mafia is an FBI myth. That's it, kids. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya. Arrivederci. You know something, folks? I made a mistake on this video. I should have worn one of two articles. I should have worn this. Or I should have worn this. You see? That's what I should have done. Oh well.